Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. This video is contradicting and controversial to say the least. That's why I love throwing these conversations out. I'm gonna need your help in the comments section. And since silver stacking is so individual, is so diverse, is so opinionated, there really is no wrong answer, but I definitely think there can be a more factual answer or a smarter answer. And that's why I love diving into controversial topics. First and foremost, make sure you're subscribed. I'm doing a giveaway once I hit 42,000 subscribers, and make sure you enter that giveaway because I'm very generous. And I'm doing a giveaway at 45,000 subscribers, 47,000 and 50,000. 50,000 subscriber giveaway is going to be huge, giving away a disgustingly large amount of silver. Plus, I post daily videos, and with everything happening right now in today's day and age, you got to be subscribed because I'll keep you in the loop. Now, what is the reason you stack silver? Most of us stack silver because we understand the dollar is collapsing. The dollar is losing value, so we transfer our fiat money into precious metals. But since we do that, what would be the point of selling our silver back to fiat? Isn't that contradicting? Isn't that hypocritical? We always talk about selling silver at $50 or selling silver at $100. But if we're stacking silver because the dollar is worthless, because the dollar's collapsing, because we hate fiat, then why in the world would we then sell our silver back to the fiat? It doesn't make sense. And this is going to bring to light you as a silver stacker. I think you're going to understand a lot more about why you're stacking or why you started, or also your route once you start to reflect these questions onto yourself. See, I started a little bit from that SHTF survivalist. I definitely didn't trust banks, didn't trust governments. I definitely understood that the way that the economy was headed and our financial system, or the corrupt financial system. So I wanted to invest into something with intrinsic value. Now, at first, I didn't know how valuable silver was, but I knew that I could hold it in my hand. It has intrinsic value. A lot of times we lose focus of that. We lose sight of that with so many different coins and all these different videos and all these different, directions that we can go. Sometimes we lose sight of the reason we started stacking. We got to get back to the basics, right? And that's why sometimes I do like making those reminder videos of saying, hey, why did you start stacking? And do you still, or are you still abiding by those same principles? Because it's very easy to get distracted. So I do want to ask you guys, if you're going to sell, what does that look like? Are you going to sell 15% of your stack back to fiat because US dollars are the most liquid way to go? You still need to pay your bills. You still need to pay rent. You still need to be able to buy groceries. And maybe you keep the rest or pass it down to your kids or grandkids. I know a lot of times when I talk about selling on this channel, a lot of you guys aren't going to sell. You're going to pass it down, which is great. But as an investor, the whole point of investing is financial freedom. So are you going to sell some of the profits and reinvest? Or like a lot of us, we invest into other things like Bitcoin, like GSX, which is gold secured currency. Links in the description, by the way. Things like that, of that nature, make the profits on that and then reinvest into precious metals, because those things can get you profits a lot faster. Regardless how you're buying your silver or accumulating it, what's the most important is what you do with it. Imagine how terrible it would be if someone spends all this time, money, energy, hours, countless hours watching YouTube videos and all this, and then they mess up, they screw up, not from getting scammed, but it's because they impatiently or panically sold their stack the wrong way. It's so easy to go on AppMex and click buy, but it's not so easy to sell. Completely different ball game. Completely different. So, are you going to transfer your silver, your physical silver, back to fiat? I definitely think the appropriate way or the smartest way, because remember, there's no wrong answer with this. So someone in the comment section could say this thing and another person could say another thing, but none of them are right or wrong, because it's money, comparing it to quote unquote money. And what works for that person that comments that is probably best for them, and what works for the other person that commented the other way is probably working best for them. And if those two people tried to take each other's advice or fit in each other's shoes, it probably wouldn't work, right? What works for me might not work for you. So you can't really try to debate or try to debunk someone, because, like I said, it's a very individual investment. Very individual. So going off that note, for me, I think the smartest way, because financial freedom is the end game, right? We're investors. We're trying to live financially free. We don't want money to hinder us or hinder our growth or to cause worry and all that. So what I would do is invest, and you're supposed to keep fiat money on the side anyways. Before you even start stacking silver, you should have money in your bank account, because if not, you're going to end up selling that silver the first time your car breaks down or rent's due or your rent's late or you have a medical emergency. I mean, you have to have fiat anyways stacked. You have to learn the true value of a dollar. You have to understand the true value of silver before you even start. But regardless, you start investing. Let's say 15, 20 years down the line, you're ready to retire. Now, obviously, this number is going to differentiate, but let's say you sell 30, 35% of your stack, you're set to retire, you're good to cover the rest of your life. And then you pass the rest down to your kids, something along those lines. But those don't have to be the numbers. It could be 75% of your silver sold and then pass the rest down. It could be 5% sold and then pass the rest down. Or it could be all sold, right? It's fine if you sell all your silver and you retire. It's still an investment. Or you could sell none of your silver and pass it down. I mean, it really doesn't matter. But I think if you have a game plan of understanding the situation or what best fits your situation, that's how you're going to succeed. It's preparing. You have to be prepared. If you're not prepared, you're going to impulsively make a decision based off emotion, based off of rational decision making, and that's where mistakes so easily come to play. So I want you guys to really think about this. I posed the question to you. I want you guys to comment down below. What do you think about your strategy? What do you think about switching from fiat to silver back to fiat? Do you think that's a smart decision? Are you going to do that? And what would it look like to, I guess, appropriately go about that? Because it is definitely a contradicting subject. It's definitely hypocritical, and I do see a lot of people talk about that, right? People that say, oh, I'm going to sell at $50, but then people are like, why would you sell your silver? I'm never selling my silver. And it does make sense. Why would you sell back silver to something that we always say is worthless and losing its purchasing power, right? So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. I post daily videos, right? I also plant a lot of seeds, blossom a lot of wealth. There's a project I'm working on, or that I'm working with, that I'm heavily invested into, called GSX. It's gold secured currency. The coins are about to hit the exchange. I really like this project. I believe in it. I'm not paid to say anything about it. I just found it. It's a crypto backed by physical gold, and that's why I think it's so cool. They actually own their own gold mines as well, and it's just incredible. The coins are 10 cents each. The link's in the description. This is one of my most exciting projects that I've been investing into, and I want to share it with you guys. So make sure you check that out. The link's in the description. There's also, we have the Slayer Elite. You can join a members only club on my channel. We have members only chat, a whole bunch of stuff on that way. I'm also going to be doing more giveaways. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening with the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you tune in. Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.